You have designed your path this lifetime. Make peace with it. That is a series of episodes that I will be recording for you, and this is episode number 1. Hello and welcome. I'm really excited to be here with you today. I am grateful for your love and support. And this will all make sense to you as my life story continues to unfold. After Ed's passing, the social worker that worked with him at the hospital reached out to me, and she informed me of an upcoming retreat through an organization called Cancer Care. And the name of the retreat was Healing Hearts. Listen to that, Healing Hearts. And oh boy, at that time, my heart needed to be healed. And she said that this retreat was for children who lost a parent to cancer. I was not going to go to the retreat because I was really grieving. I was really involved with what I was feeling and very overwhelmed. I remember being very angry, very upset, sad, lonely, and I want the revenge. And all these emotions, if you lost someone you love, they are normal, especially at the beginning. And so I remember that one day I did not care. And I was really crying and letting the volcano of emotions out. I didn't realize that my daughter Nava was around. And she came running and crying at the same time. And she had just turned 6. And she held my face and she said to me, "Mommy, when you miss Daddy, or when you are thinking about Daddy, hug me and kiss me. Look, I looks just like Daddy." And it's true. She looks a lot like her father in heaven. So after realizing what I've done, I said, "Sweetheart, Mommy misses Daddy so much. And this is why Mommy is expressing herself this way." And I remember, but I will follow your advice next time I miss Daddy. And I remember going back and sharing memories of when she was a baby, when she was born, and how Ed and I and her big sister Kaya welcomed her into this beautiful world. And so I remember that I had an idea and I said, I have to go away so that I can be just me and my grief. And I wanted to go as far as I could. So I decided to go to Asia. And some people thought that I was crazy. Others got worried about me because I didn't speak the language of the countries that I was going to visit. Others were supported. And with a travel agent, I remember that I started planning what I wanted to do. And I became eager to continue my journey through grief by myself. And Allison, Ed's social worker, reached out to me and asked me, "Did you complete the application for the retreat coming up in a few months?" And I said, I would do it. And then she explained that the retreat was going to be beneficial to the girls because they were going to meet other children who also lost a parent to cancer. She also said that there was going to be limited space because a lot of people apply, but only a few get in. I started the application process. And one of the first things that I had to do was write a biography of Ed from my own point of view. And I remember that I couldn't do it. I could not do it. When I started writing, I noticed this sharp pain in my heart. And I started crying, holding my heart. And going to bed, crying that night. The next day, I tried to go back to writing the biography. And I started crying and I couldn't speak and I was really upset. And a friend of mine, Ruby, who was staying with me until Ed came back home, thinking that he was going to come back home and who was helping me with the girls, comforted me and gave me a big hug. And oh boy, I needed that hug. But I realized one thing, that I could not let my emotions out the way I felt that I needed to. And remember, when you are going through grief, it's you and your grief. Do not allow anyone to tell you how you should be grieving that loved one who has transitioned. So then I became a little wiser, and I decided that I was going to write the biography when my daughters were in aftercare and Ruby was at work. And I did that, and it took a few days, a few nights, and a roller coaster of emotions before I was finished with the biography and the application. But at the end, I tell you, I felt much better, and I felt a load off my shoulders. And somehow, through the pain, I had connected with the love and became grateful. And it was a bittersweet feeling, like I often say in Spanish, agridulce, un sentimiento agridulce. It is important for you to let out your emotions at your own terms. It is important to give to yourself what it needs when you are going through grief. Realizing that grief can empower you, can transform you, and you can go through a rebirth, becoming the best version of who you were meant to be. Believe me when I tell you this. If you just love someone you love not that long ago, maybe the message that I'm sharing with you today is not resonating with you, and that's okay. But if you are watching this video a few months after, a year after, in my case, almost 6 years that I lost Ed, you will understand where I'm coming from. Many of us experience an adversity in our lives, and that wakes us up. And that's when we start our journey of transforming and becoming like the butterfly that goes through so much pain and discomfort and loneliness and vulnerability when it turns into the chrysalis, to in a couple of weeks, few days, turn into a beautiful butterfly and realize what it was meant to realize. And with that note, I leave you today. Have a wonderful day. Please remember to radiate love and gratitude. Until next time, bye for now.